into on this. Well, no, not a beautiful Monday. It's actually a rainy Monday over here in Southern California. The rain is back. Why? I don't know. It seems like the rain is just like here to stay forever. Now we actually been getting a lot of rain, as you guys can see. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but it is raining again. Right? Seems like we've been getting a lot of rain. You know, like we were in the clear, like it was sunny days and everything, and then it's like, what the fuck again? What's good, Mr. Pasa? What's cracking lacking? Serio, bro. It's like otra vez with the fucking rain. God damn it. Like shit, man. I thought we were like already done with it. I get it, we need the rain and shit like that. It's just like when it's raining, it's like it sucks like for where I work, right? Because shit should be getting colder, right? You're all wet, and then going to a freezer is like not the best combinations. Right? It's actually the worst. YouTuber Yarda is going at it again. Tony versus Blue Day. Okay, yeah. This time I did see it. This time it did pop up. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I seen the videos, but I didn't click on them. They did pop up, but I just didn't tap on them because la pura pinche neta, my boy, that shit does not pique my curiosity, not even a little bit, dog. I see that shit and I keep scrolling. I'm like, wonder what's going on now, and I just keep going. Like I get it, it's entertainment. I get a lot of people like seeing it. You know what I mean? It's just like for me, like it doesn't catch my attention. Like what catches my attention when I'm scrolling through, like the algorithm is like, strange object, found on planet, or what scientists have discovered, ancient artifacts and shit like that. Is like, oh shit, what the fuck? And I'm on that shit quick. Like, what? Let me see what's cracking. Or like if it's basketball related or any sport related, right? I'm like, what? Let me see what's happening. Right? But when it's like YouTube beefs or like shit like that, I'm just like, yeah. That shit's just not. What's good, Derek? What's cracking lacking? I mean, sometimes I watch it, like, let's say, for example, like I watch, like, about learning about some drama. It's when it's, like, a YouTuber that I support, right? Like, if it's a smaller channel that okay, let me, support this individual, he's trying to grow his platform. I'll watch them talk about the situations, and that's pretty much how I find out about the situations, right? Like Loked Out TV, like Frank's Vibes, was it Rapping Corridos, another one, see who else? Akimo Flicks, Point and Shoot, like channels like that, right? Like, cause I'm trying to support, the channel's growing, right? So I'll peep game like that, right? I'm like, all right. Still daytime. Can't even. Yeah, but it's raining though, so it's like we really didn't get none of that sunshine today though. Over here, where I'm at right now too again. Yeah, bro. So like, shit, bro. It's like, thought we had enough of this rain already, bro. But it seems like it looked like it just stopped right now, right? It barely stopped right here, right now, over here on this side, because it was just raining. But it seemed like, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna continue again. It's been off and on, since like for the past like 2 hours already. Because when I came out on my first, break, it was raining already, right? And now my lunch, still raining. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I don't know if it was raining continuously because I'm inside, right? So not able to tell in there, right? But when I come outside, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, man, even bring an umbrella or nothing. Because I honestly thought it wasn't going to rain. Do you think Chicano rap will ever blow up mainstream till people start fucking with it? I think, now, do I feel like it will? Maybe. Do I think it's a possibility? Yeah. You know what I mean? Anything is possible. It just takes that right artist to come and bring that type of music. Look, trust and say, these big corporations, as much power and influence that they think that they have, right, or they want to have, right, or any radio station or anybody like that, right, as much power as they think that they could wave around and stuff like that, right? At the end of the day, they don't control the masses, and they don't know what the masses wants, right? Things start trending that nobody thought was gonna trend, right? But it's just this weird shit that just happens, right? Like that something starts trending, right? So it just takes that right artist to come along, right, with just that one song, bro, that everybody for some strange reason seems to gravitate to, right? And everyone starts fucking with it, that people now start spreading the word, right? And these companies are gonna have no choice but to be like, let's see who the fuck these people are talking about, let's jump on that shit, like hurry up, sign it before somebody else does, because they start hearing everybody speaking on it, right? And they want to obviously leech on before the wave, they want to ride the wave before it dies out, right? So it just takes that for that to happen, right? It's a little bit more harder, right, with Chicano rap, right, because of the whole gang tie to it, right? Like everybody, how they feel overall about, this. And I get it, there's black artists that, who are gang members when they fuck with them, right? But with the Mexican gangs, it tends to have like a little bit more of a, how could I say, like it's a more of a negative, vibe than any other gangs for some strange reason, right? When Mexican gangs have more rules than any other group, right? But I guess maybe the film industry made it seem like that, right? Who knows? To be honest with you, the Mexican OT can get up there. Oh well, hey, gracias, Jake the Snake. For yeah, perfect example. As a matter of fact, gracias. I think that individual is going to be the one that breaks down the wall and, makes it. And I get it. People are like, yeah, well, he's not really Chicano rap, blah, 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 blah. At this point, I gave up in trying to understand what people consider Chicano rap and what isn't and all that, right? To me, I get it that people want to correct me and stuff like that. But to me, if a motherfucker is born here, right, but his family's from, somewhere else. I don't give a fuck if he grew up in Texas, Arizona, Las Vegas, fucking Egypt. The fool's Chicano to me. Despensa. That's a fucking Chicano to me, dog. You know what I mean? You can feel however you feel. I don't care, bro. You're not gonna get me to change my mind. That's a that's a Chicano, bro. Right? So Mexican don't teach Chicano, bro. Even if he doesn't consider himself that, I view him as that. Maybe he don't. Maybe y'all don't. But that's how I see him. Because he's not Mexican, right? He has roots to Mexico, right? But he was born here, right? So therefore, Chicano. Because trust me, in Mexico, they're going to say he's not Mexican. Because they're going to be like, was he born here? No, then he's not Mexican. That's what they're going to say, bro. I know, because I've been to Mexico plenty of times. I know the vibe over there. Were you born over here? No. Then you're not Mexican. That's how they feel, bro. Okay. And then over here, he can't say, well, then I'm American, because Americans are going to be like, you're not American, you fucking wetback. So therefore, you can't be considered Mexican because they say you're not Mexican. The Americans say you're not American. So I guess you're Chicano. Welcome. We greet you with open arms. Like, maybe now people understand what we're talking about. That is how it started, bro. They weren't considered Mexican by their people. And then in the school system and everybody around, they're not considered American by them, right? By the districts and everything like that, right? When they're signing the shit on the paper and it says what ethnicity, they can't put American, right? They be like, you ain't American, homie. You Hispanic. You better click that Hispanic box. But they said I'm not Hispanic, though. No, we'll click it. So therefore, people created Chicano. There you go. Bam. Like, don't trip. We got our own lingo. We got our own style. Don't trip. We don't need none of them. That's pretty much what happened, bro. That is what happened. Right? Couldn't relate over here. Couldn't relate over there. So, y'all built something y'all could relate on. Congratulations. But Mexican OT has a lot of skills. He's very skillful, very talented. One of the best I have heard to do it, lyrically spitting, right? Maybe I'm not too fond of his actual music, right? Because more of the new school vibe to it, right? So it's like I really can't relate to it, right? So that's why I'm not gonna say like I'm a fan of it, right? But I'm a fan of his rapping skills, his ability to rap, his speed, his overall, metaphors, his pacing, everything is on point. It's elite level shit. The individual is beyond talented, right? When it comes to rapping skills. You get what I mean? The individual people need a peep game, man. That guy's gonna, man, he's gonna soar, right? So he has that skill to him. People could hate on him and say whatever they want about him, but that's just hate. That's hating, bro. Like the individual's fucking talented as fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, what kind of stilo he's into or whatever the fuck. At the end of the day, he's still Mexican though, nonetheless. So people could be like, well, he tries to act black. Is he black though? No. What is he? Mexican. Entonces, okay then. Like, people are full of shit, bro. Tony A doesn't agree with Chicano should call their rap Chicano rap. This is one thing I don't understand about this whole conversation, right? I don't, people shouldn't call it Chicano rap. I don't want to be associated as Chicano rap. I don't want to be called Chicano rap. I don't want nothing to do with the Chicano rap title. It's going to put me in a box. I want nothing to do with Chicano. Are you proud to be Chicano? Fuck yeah, I'm proud to be Chicano, bro. Shit, Chicano to the fullest. 100% prideful to be Chicano, homie. That's my people. That's what's in my blood, homie. Chicano runs through my blood. That's right, my boy. So you do Chicano rap? Nah, fuck no, homie. Don't ever consider me Chicano rap. Motherfucker, weren't you just giving this grand speech about how prideful you are of being Chicano? Now all of a sudden you're like, no, I want nothing to do with that. Why? Thought you were prideful. That was all about your heritage. I thought you were going to hold it down for your people. Oh, all right. But now if the green ain't really lining up, then it's like, fuck my people, fuck my morals, fuck all that Chicano Mexican type. You can have it. Give me my money. I don't give a fuck if any of you guys like my decision or not. Fuck morals. I'm trying to get that bag. Oh, am I wrong? Okay. Why are you so offended to be called Chicano rap then? I thought you were prideful. They were going to hold it down for Chicanos. Like, make it make sense, my guys. Make it make sense. You're either proud or you're not proud, homie. Because if somebody came with a lot of money and offered me a gang of money and told me, I'll give you all this money, but you have to say that you're not Mexican, but you could have this money, I'll be like, then grab that money and shove that shit up your ass. You can't buy me. Shit, I'm proud of where I'm at. And I ain't gonna vote for nothing. But these individuals were making this push for Chicanos and to be proud, to be brown and proud and for Chicanos and everything. And then all of a sudden now it's an issue that they're being called Chicano rap when it wasn't an issue before. Before they were using that title proudly, right? But now all of a sudden, because they feel like they could get the green if, some other way, like, yeah, abandon all your morals, bro. Yeah, fuck all that. Fuck proud of your heritage. Yeah. Just adapt to their culture, what they want you to be like and how they want you to behave. Adapt to that, bro. And I guarantee you didn't make it because of your culture, your roots and everything like that, because they changed everything about you in order for you to be accepted. So they didn't accept you because of your culture and your race and your heritage. They accepted you because now you were willing to bend, to what they wanted you to be molded into. Your heritage didn't get you there, right? It was your willingness to comply that got you there. They didn't have to change nothing about their fucking selves, but they gonna make you change everything about yourself? That's funny. They never had to change nothing about themselves, but you gotta change everything about yourself. Yeah, bro, I ain't feeling that. People can't even say that it's that's because they have too much of that gang shit, that gang mentality. That's Bro, Snoop Dogg was sea walking at the fucking Super Bowl. Don't give me that shit. Don't tell me that these fools have to change their way of thinking and their whole shit. That fool was sea walking at the Super Bowl, my boy. I don't know if you know this or not, but a sea walk is a gangster dance, right? And everybody was doing it. They ain't even Cribs, right? Only Cribs have the right to do that dance, bro. That's within their culture. And they're a real gang that does real shit, bro. But everybody right there. Everything was fine and dandy, bro. Ain't nobody got to change the games on the news where you got red bandanas. You ain't gotta let that go. Right? All these fools red bandanas on their shit, Lil Wayne and everything. They didn't have to let that. But a Mexican has to change his whole entire fucking thing about him, right? Oh, it's because of this. This is what's holding him back. That's what's holding him back. Why it didn't hold them back? Damn, bro. Fucking excuses. Like, get out of here already. That shit gets me irritated, bro. Because it like, the the bullshit of it all is like, how the fuck could people not see what's happening out here, right? Like, how is it that you're proud to be Chicano, but then you're offended that they call you Chicano rap? I mean, come on, my guy, make it make sense at least. Like, I'm only proud to be Chicano when it's convenient. I didn't realize pride works that way. I feel like Philly people want gangster rap without the explicit reality. They want gangster rap without the actual gangster things, which makes no sense, because then they'll call them phonies. So I don't know, bro. It's like, it's really hard to understand what people truly want. Yeah, we Chicano, bro. You're right, Mexican American. What? Yeah, bro, mutts, exactly. That is what it is, though. Right? There ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Fools think I'm Chinese. And you know what? Now that you reminded me of that, and we're not the only ones that suffer this, right? Because I tell you, I have a homie from my barrio who's Asian, right? He's Filipino, right? But he was born here, and both of his parents are from, the Philippines, right? They speak English, but roughly, right? It's rough English, right? But when we're over at his pad, bro, and his family comes and visits, right? From the Philippines, whatever. And he says he's Philippines. They say that he's not Philippine because he wasn't born over there, bro. They tell him, you're American. You were born here. You're not Filipino. They go through they suffer the same fucking, shit from people from their motherland like we do as well, right? And I'm assuming probably other ethnicities go through the same shit too, right? Right, where they don't consider you, because you weren't, I don't know, it's like this, like, I don't know if they're envious or I don't know, but there's just like this, there's like, no, you are not us, right? But then if he says he's American, the Americans are going to say, no, you're not, you're from fucking over there somewhere in Asia. Right? So he's kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? And it's like, don't trip, my boy. We got you. We got you. And that's why he's from the hood. You know what I mean? That's my boy. He's Chicano, bro. He's Chicano. He has it tattooed on him, bro. You know what I mean? He's Filipino, though. But, homie, if you look at him, you wouldn't even be able to tell. He looks like a homeboy. He speaks Spanglish, right? He dresses just like homies. Right? Like, we never ever see him as an Asian, bro. Ever. We see him as just another homie. Nothing more, nothing less. He's the homie. But he ain't Mexican, fool. Like, stop watching American Me, fool. Not how it works. That line was so stupid in that movie, bro. I didn't even understand that. But he ain't Mexican, Holmes. I'm just like, who the fuck says that? Like, every neighborhood has them, bro. Whites, blacks, Asians. And that shit never gets brought up, bro. Ever. Nobody's ever saying like, man, who the fuck is this? Who let this fool in, dog? This fool ain't Mexican. Nobody ever says that, bro. Nobody ever says that. Even homies, when they're first meeting the homie, there's a homie he just got in, yesterday. Oh, hey, what's up, my boy? And they never be like, hey, can I talk to you over here real quick, dog? Hey, but the pato's black, though. Nobody fucking does that, bro. Nobody does that. And I'm telling you, I have met homies from other ethnicities, from other barrios, bro. And, we interacting, mingling. Bro, ain't nobody, saying like, hey, come here. Hey, put that phone on. Only on the internet, shit like that gets, pointed out, because on the internet, you're dealing with people who are not actually from the streets, who don't know how it works, who don't interact, but want to pretend that like they know, right? That's why they always saying the stupid shit that they say, right? And like that, you can already tell, okay, you're not from the streets, bro. I can clearly tell you don't know how it works, you don't know how it is, and you're pretending. That's why you're saying the stupid shit that's coming out of your mouth, right? Because if you're actually here, you would understand that, yeah, that doesn't happen. It's crazy though. Give it a carnal. What's good with you, güero? Hypocrites. I will not sell out my roots. Yeah, but there's a lot of people that would though. I mean, and this is proof, for example, right? No, I'm not Chicano rap. No, I don't want nothing to do with fucking Chicanos. Right? If it's gonna hold me back from making the bag, I want nothing to do with my people. Fuck them, all right? They're not gonna pay my bills. Like, that's right. That's the spirit. That's yeah. You stay strong to your beliefs. That's right. That's right. Abandon them at all costs. You look like that one man from Blood. Which one, Popeye? I know, not Miklo. El milkweed, como dicen. Thoughts on Dominicans? You know what? Dominicans are raza, in my opinion, too, bro. Like me, bro, they all raza. Cubans are raza. Fucking from Peru, from fucking Argentinians, from Guatemalans, Salvadorians, they are raza, and when before people come and be like, bro, they're not raza, bro, only Mexicans are raza, blah, blah, blah. Before people want to throw in, what's considered raza, go and do your history, learn the history of our people, right? And what was considered the Mexican Empire, right? And what was considered our people and how that worked, right? Before the Mexican Empire fell, right? And then broke off to be individual countries, right? Like Guatemala, El Salvador, and all that, right? Before you want to say who the fuck is our people and all that, right? And people are like, no, well, see, no, but they some of their words are different than our words, and they eat different things and everything. Bro, you grab an American from California, and you grab an American from Tennessee, you gonna see that they talk different and they eat different shit. But guess what? They're both Americans. Fucking goofy ass people, man. Before Texas was a part of the United States, right? Because it was its own country for a little while, right? There was a time where Texas was not a part of Mexico and it wasn't a part of America. It was considered its own country, right? Okay. Now, nothing had changed, right? Because it was considered its own country. So therefore, even though they're from a different country, they are still like, these individuals, right? But just because people draw imaginary lines and set imaginary spaces and say that this place is this and that, because this is all imaginary, right? People came and drew lines from here, and here's your country, from there's your country. But that's just all imaginary, right? Come on now. They're going to say, okay, now because those imaginary lines are there, you guys are different now. Congratulations. Like, people are crazy, though. And you know what's even more sadder, though? That everyone claims brown pride and this pridefulness in their heritage and culture and everything like that. Yet when they come and spill these rhetorics that they do, I'm just like, yeah, bro, you have no pride in you because you you don't even know the first thing about your people, bro. Right? You want to, for some odd reason, there's like this hatred, like, no, they can't be considered raza, like Salvadorians and all that, they're not raza. But they are. They are. Who the fuck do you think was standing next to you fighting against the Spaniard rule? It was these motherfuckers, dog. Because you guys were the same thing. Ah. You know, and it's not even so much that people lack the knowledge, right? But it's the fact that they come with the bullshit that they come with, knowing damn well that they actually really don't educate themselves on the subject, right? But yet they feel like they have this right to that what they're saying is truthful, right? Right, when it's just full of so much fucking, like, it just seems like you dislike these individuals for whatever fucking reason. I don't even know. There probably isn't a reason why you dislike them, right? But just because you fucking hear everybody else say it, be like, everybody else and grab that narrative and use it too, right? Let me tell you something. Just because somebody says something, right, and then through time it gets, said, it gets repeated, right? Over and over and over again, it gets repeated. That doesn't mean that is true. It doesn't make it factual, right? It just means that people have been repeating the lie for so long. Right? Just, you can repeat the lie as long as you want. It's never going to be true, though. And that's that one narrative that people have been telling for so long. They're not Raza. They're not like us. They're not us. They're different. They're blah, 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 blah. It gets spread over and over and over again that people fucking start thinking that it's true, right? But guess what? Just because you've been hearing it for so long doesn't make it true. Because if you actually educate yourself on your fucking people, you would see that they are your people. And maybe that's why there's so much similarity between you guys. There's more things that we share in common than we have different. Maybe it's for a reason. You want to know why we know that, like an American and us, that we're not the same? Because of all the differences we have. My guy. Because I guarantee you, look, you grab a Guatemalan, a Salvadorian, and a Mexican, and all these other ones, right? You grab them and you put them all in a fucking room. You're not going to be able to tell which one is Mexican and which one is whatever and whatever. You're not. Don't tell me that you are going to be able. You're not. You're not going to be able to tell which one is Mexican and which one is not. You're just not, bro. But guess what? You grab a Mexican, you grab an American, you'll be able to tell which one is Mexican and which one is an American. Or a black. Even though we also share, genetics with, blacks as well, right? But that in itself, I don't even want to dive into that, right? Because I think I'll just get lost in the rant, right? Because that in itself is a lot of ignorance that people throw out there, right? Like all this hatred towards blacks, right? When it's like, bro, the fucking president of Mexico was black, you cocksucker. Bro, like, black people have been in Mexico before Mexico was Mexico, my guy. But they're gonna call me a liar, right? And it's like, well, you know what? Before you go and call me a liar, take the time to go fucking educate yourself, and then come and you can call me whatever you want on the damn comments. But until then, no, I'm not gonna entertain it. And that's the sad part, bro. That a lot of people are uneducated, right? Yet they want to speak like they know what they're saying is facts, though. With the bullshit, arrogance, rhetoric that they throw out there. Like, nah, homie, how dare they compare us to blacks, homie? We ain't nothing like them. Like, a su madre, hoy nomás. Oh my God. Like, what's this? Where does this dislike come from, though? What they ever do? Wow, I don't know. I was always told that we had to not like them. Well, I wasn't actually told that, but like people made it seem like that's what what it had to be. You know what? I just wanted to fit in, my guy. I thought that's what everybody was feeling, bro. So I just rolled with it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Carry on. Fucking goofy ass people. Roddy Rax or Clica One. Oh, Clica One all day, bro. Don't get me wrong. Roddy Rax is a talented individual. He could spit. But Clica One is just a whole nother elite level. Don't get me wrong, Rowdy Rax has his own good style. Maybe, at the same time, Rowdy Rax doesn't have the longevity that Clica One does, right? They were doing it longer, right? So experience also does play a factor in here, right? And when I mean Clica One, I do mean each individual member, right? From Ese Brown to Romero to Bad Boy, right? I feel like they're all talented individuals, especially Romero, who's the best one out of all three. I don't know if people actually have heard Romero's individual albums and his own tracks, right? The individual could spit lava. Just go hear that song and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like if people just go hear Romero's spit lava track, or Ese Brown, 100 bars. Or even just Bad Boys, when he spits on Sins, right? His verse on Sins is fucking chingon, bro. On the song Deadly Sins. Bad Boy's verse in that track was phenomenal. Boss is Dominican and he is smooth as shit. It's a little one, Mr. Night Owl, or Lefty Gunplay. Lefty Gunplay over Night Owl, but Little One over Lefty Gunplay. Now, don't get me wrong, Night Owl is a pioneer, a legend within Chicano rap, right? And, he has rolas that are good, right? But his rapping skills wasn't, to, the elite level. His rapping skills was a little rocky-ish, right? Like, there would be times where he wouldn't go with the beat, and, his overall vibe just didn't suit the flow of the track, right? So there was things in Night Owl's rapping that, it's kind of really, not to the level of some of the individuals, right? Little One's overall rapping skills, though, pacing, metaphors, creativity, and all that, is just leagues ahead of Night Owl, right? But Night Owl has classics because of who he is, right? I think nostalgia is what helps Night Owl's career more than anything else, right? Kind of like, Mr. D as well, right? Is the fact that they're pioneers that you kind of just, like, for example, Ice-T is the pioneer of like gangster rap, right? Ice-T is, the first one to do it and shit like that, right? But, well, at least in my opinion, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Corrupt, Daz, and everybody else is way better at rapping than Ice-T, right? But because Ice-T is the pioneer, it helps his career be elevated, right? To be seen as, probably more, it gives him a little bit extra, right? When it probably shouldn't, right? Because his rapping skills is not all there. But, that's not to take away nothing from these individuals, right? But, it's just the nostalgia behind it, bro. Like, people can't say that fucking Ric Flair is a better fucking wrestler than fucking John Cena, right? But because, they have their nostalgia behind them, it elevates them, But we already know that it's not the same conversation, though. Yeah, but one has to be respected. He's a legend, right? Whatever. Right? But it's not the same shit, though. Or like Isaiah Thomas, in basketball, like, damn, that fool is, he chingon point or whatever. But Steph Curry will eat that fool up alive. But no disrespect to him. He's still like, he did what he did and he's still chingon, and, or John Stockton or any of these individuals, right? But Steph Curry will run circles around these individuals. But don't get me wrong, these fools are legends and they, but like I said, it's the nostalgia that helps, boost people's careers a little bit more than they probably should be, right? But if we're talking about just sheer skills here, right, it's not the same thing, Clica One is hard. Clica One is one of the greatest groups, right? The greatest, in top 5 and best in Chicanos out there. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, bro. Their fucking rapping skills. They're, in my opinion, they're the best Chicano rap group. They're number one, in my opinion, the group. They were better than like Mad Glock or High Power, even Brownside, right? And Brownside, you know, it's Chingon too, right? I put them at number two. I put Clica One as number one, though. If we're talking about skills, but like I said, I think what helps Brownside a little bit more is the nostalgia behind it, right? That gives them the boost. But if we're talking about just skills here, though, now these guys have way more rapping skills. Well, you're aware Chucky was molested by the neighbor to get advantage of him. I was aware of it like after when I seen the documentary thing, whatever. I wasn't surprised, right? Because a lot of homies, that has happened to a lot of homies, bro, and I mean a lot, bro. And trust me, I know when we're having serious conversation with homies, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, homies talk to each other, you know what I'm saying? So you get a feel of how homies grew up, especially when you're incarcerated, right? You got nothing but time. People are, you know, just, you know, talking about their uprising, right? You get a feel for what people have been through and, you know, and why they chose to, you know, why we are in the state that we are, right? You get a better understanding of why individuals choose the paths that they choose and why everything happens the way it happens, right? But that's something that homies don't, you know, put out there and don't just like tell people, right? Because they don't want to be seen as weak or vulnerable, right? So they keep it to themselves, right? They just don't express themselves about the shit that they have going on, right? But they got a lot of shit going on because they're fucking humans, bro. I know people like to say that, these fools are heartless. I don't give a fuck about shit, bro. I got no feelings. Truth of the matter is they're human, bro. They have feelings, bro. So they feel everything that everybody else feels. So you know what I mean? So they got issues and it gets to them, bro, just like anybody else, bro. So if you think that there's a human out there who really, when he says he doesn't give a fuck and he doesn't care, bro, that fool's lying though, bro, because every human cares. We are emotional creatures. That is how we're just built, right? So motherfuckers care. They just don't want to show it, right? Because society has painted that if you show it and weakness is whatever seen as a bad thing and something you should be ashamed about. When it's fucking normal, nobody should be ashamed of it. But for too long, people have been letting the bullshit be, you know, thrown out there without getting unchecked, bro. It's ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my break's over. We got to get back to it. It was, you know, good chopping it up with you guys. We out.